So with the next GTA Online updates, Andreas Mercenaries only releasing in a few short days, we're going to be taking a closer look at the screenshots that Rockstar revealed yesterday on the newswire just to get a bit of details and also some more information on what we might be getting in this update, since Rockstar, as per usual, hasn't really given us the most amount of detail, or at least the most amount of information that they definitely could have. So hopefully guys will enjoy this video, and if you do, make sure to drop a like, and also don't forget to subscribe and put up post notifications. We'll be having a lot of content covering this new GTA Online DLC. So for the first screenshot, this is near the military base, and what we really see is some new jets that Rockstar is going to be introducing in this update. And this one over here seems to be based off the F-35 fighter jet, which is great because we haven't had some type of jet or really any air vehicles for a bit in GTA Online, so it's great that Rockstar is going to be adding this. And I'm assuming that there also is going to be some weapons included on this, especially since we can see some explosions in the back, and I'm guessing one of these jets just took out the helicopter that is behind it. So this is going to be really cool to have it, and I'm guessing this is going to be pretty expensive since it is a fighter jet. But either way, I'm glad that Rockstar is going to be adding this. So I'm also going to assume that one or maybe multiple missions could be taking place at the military base where we have to take down, mercenaries or people that are just attacking us, and this is the way that we could do it. And it also seems that maybe that all players that are included in this mission are going to be having the fighter jet, which is really, really nice. For the next screenshot, we have this located over the water. So this is actually another part of this update. Rockstar did mention that this update is going to be taking place in the streets, with cars, seas, and also skies, which is really cool, different parts of this. So this runway that's on the water where all the aircrafts are is called the USS Lexington, and this is located in some missions and then also part of one of the business battles that we have in GTA Online. So the USS Lexington is going to be taking place during one of these missions, or it could even be one of the main places that we are most of the time. And as we can see, we have one player that's located in a stealth helicopter. I'm guessing this is the Conada that released in a few updates ago. And then we have some GTA Online players jumping out and landing there. And if we take a closer look at the runway, we can see that we also have a new plane. Now we're not exactly sure what this could be, but it seems to be based off the Twin Otter. But we at least know that for sure there's going to be at least 2 new planes that released in this update, which is great, because with the past DLCs, Rockstar is mainly focused on releasing just drivable vehicles on land, but not really any vehicles that can go in the air. So that's great that Rockstar is going to be adding that. So again, this is definitely going to be part of a mission, and there's going to be some things that we have to do here. Assuming that it's kind of going to be like the business battle, we're going to take out a few enemies and steal whatever's here and just have some cool stuff. And Rockstar also says that we're going to be stealing sensitive data from server farms, which is really similar to the Doomsday update. So this is something that could be located on this carrier over here, so we'll eventually see. The next image that we have over here is Charlie Reed, and this is of course the pilot that is just mainly focused in the hangar. And this, he was really first introduced during the Smugglers Run update. We got a bit of introduction from him, but that's really about it. He doesn't really play that much of a role, but it seems like now with this new update he's going to be playing a huge role, probably more cutscenes and stuff like that, maybe even just more around the hangar than per usual. But yeah, that's just how Charlie Reed looks like if you guys never saw him. Now for this next image, this is one probably the biggest images and something that you guys may have missed. So this is the Avenger. Of course, this is came out a few updates ago, actually probably like a few years ago at this point. And honestly, the interior just is going to be the main part that gets changes, but we haven't seen any of that yet. But the exterior is something that we can kind of see here a little bit. So overall, it looks the same. But if you look at the bottom, it looks like Rockstar has added some turrets or some type of missiles to it, or at least there's some type of new activity that we could do with the Avenger, which is really cool. So honestly, I'm really excited to see what we're going to be doing. I'm glad that Rockstar is not just going to focus on the interior stuff for the Avenger, but we do get a little bit of a look, and we can see that this also causes a huge explosion that takes out a lot of enemies on the ground. And taking a closer look at the ground as well, we could just see that there is some jeeps that are down there, some insurgents, just I'm guessing more enemies that we just take out. Just this is located pretty much in the main city area next to the highway, so we just take them out. Overall, this is again probably going to be part of a mission. That's usually how Rockstar does it when it comes to screenshots. And something also that you guys may have probably not even seen is in the background, the Bar High Club. It's still not done after 10 years, so just know that it's not going to be done in this update. And Rockstar pretty much already confirmed it. So yeah, honestly, it is going to be pretty exciting to see what Rockstar decides to do with the adventure. Hopefully there's a lot of updates that come to it, but hopefully within the next few screenshots we can see some more pictures of it. And then the next picture we have, this is located, it seems to be one of the hangars, possibly the ones that are located on some of the airfields like Sandy Shores. And this is a pretty interesting screenshot. First off, we do have a new vehicle which seems to be based off the Pajero. This is more of a off-road type of Jeep vehicle. This is honestly a vehicle that I could see myself buying, and I do like the customization already on it with the headlights and all that. So this is definitely one I'm gonna be adding to my inventory. And as for the players, this is of course GTA Online players, and I think there's probably some new clothing, but I'm not exactly sure because we have like thousands of clothing in Cheats Online. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell which is new, which is not. It just really depends on what type of clothing is released. But I'm assuming that either way, if there is no new clothing in this picture, Rockstar is going to add a bunch as per usual. But yeah, a mission probably may take place here, or this could be one of our headquarters that we get started at. But overall, most likely something is going to be taking place here. And then for the last image, we have probably another one of the interesting images. So first off, we have a new vehicle, which needs to be based off some type of charger. This reminds me a lot of some of the vehicles that released in the Contract DLC, especially since we can see that there's the armor plating, which most likely does have Amani tech that can be added to it, which is really nice. But overall, this is definitely a vehicle I'm getting. I do like the spoiler on the back as well, the tints, all that. So Rockstar, whoever customized this, did really good. And I'm glad that we're going to be having a lot of different types of vehicles, not just, planes and stuff, but we're also going to be having like sports vehicles, muscle cars, and, off-road vehicles. It's going to be really nice for this update for sure. So overall, I mean, again, this seems to be taking place near Sandy Shores, possibly near the Alamo Sea, I'm pretty sure. And then also in the back, we have some insurgents, people, mercenaries, enemies just chasing after our GTA Online players here. So once again, for almost like all the other images is going to be taking place during the mission. Rockstar usually does that when it comes to, the first newswire, or at least just most of the newswire, of course, just to give us a better understanding and idea of how things are going to be. Plus the missions are the part that probably has the most, coolest type of content to show off to, players and stuff like that. I'm not sure how Rockstar is going to do these missions. It could just be like, the UOP missions last summer with the Criminal Enterprises DLC, where we just go to a checkpoint and start the next one, then just eventually gets added to like the jobs menu. Or it could kind of be like Drug Wars, where we go to the same location all the time and just get it. I'm not sure how Rockstar is going to do it, but hopefully it's really interesting. And one of the biggest things for this update for sure, please Rockstar add cutscenes. That's what makes the updates better and it makes it more interesting. So we'll see how Rockstar does it. More information should be revealed within the next couple of days. I'm assuming that at least by next Tuesday or Wednesday, Rockstar is going to give us some type of newswire or trailer, or just at least before the DLC releases, because when Rockstar releases the trailer after, it's just so just doesn't make any sense. Like, it defeats the point of a trailer at that point. Like, we already know what the update looks like. Why release the trailer after it? But either way, I'm honestly interested. I'm glad that Rockstar did share us, a pretty lengthy newswire on what's going to be happening. And I just hope that within the next few days, they do give us more information. And of course, once they do, I'll be sure to update you guys here on the channel. So if you guys enjoy or found this helpful, make sure to drop a like. And if you want to see more, including more on this update, as well as much more content on the channel, then subscribe, put on post notifications, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.